So, today's Black Friday. Well, at the very least, the day that I'm releasing this video is Black Friday. I'm actually releasing this in the morning instead of in the afternoon. I normally release my videos in the afternoon, but I feel like because of the timing of this video, that releasing it in the morning would be a little bit more beneficial. Now, I'm sure that I'm probably going to be too late for some of you guys. I'm sure that some of you guys will have already done your shopping and just come back. Some of you guys are probably not going to watch this until the afternoon. I'm sorry, this video is going to have a little bit less effect for you. But I'm trying. I really am. So the thing about Black Friday is that it's a day when people are kind of trampling over each other in order to buy things at a very discounted price. Either, buy things for other people, for gifts, for certain holidays, to buy things for themselves. Let's be honest, some people choose to do that. For various reasons, you would be getting these things at a discount. But I think one thing that people lose sight of is both the day that came before Black Friday and the day that, or really the time of year, that most people are shopping for when they shop for Black Friday. Now, the thing about this time of year is that we spend most of the year thinking about the negatives in our lives. The negatives are very easy to think about. It's very easy to point out something that's not going well. It's very easy to point out something that could be better. But this time of year isn't really about that. This time of year is about those positive things. Those positive things that can be a lot more difficult to place, a lot more difficult to point out, a lot more difficult to focus on. It's almost like the positives are in the corner of your eye, And most people don't even really think about them a lot. They're kind of too busy talking about what's going wrong to spend any time talking about what's going right. Now, a lot of people exchange gifts. My family, nowadays this time of year, we don't really do a lot of gift exchange. I'm not saying we don't exchange gifts at all, but it's a lot less nowadays. Some of the reasons that nowadays it's less is that we tend to have a little bit less money nowadays. So does everybody, right? Seems like everybody's broke nowadays. And, we also just aren't as young. We're not as young, so we're a little bit less concerned about things that are material. But it was never fully about the gifts to begin with. My gifts, even as a kid, oftentimes sort of got stretched between Christmas and my birthday. There were a lot of times that because of the nature of my mother's job, she most of the time would be working Christmas, so we wouldn't really open the gifts on Christmas Day. We would most likely open them on Christmas Eve or even the day after Christmas. Sometimes we'd open some at a different point. The gifts weren't that important. And yeah, my family's Christian. I'm trying to be a little bit neutral because I know people exchange gifts for other denominations as well. I'm not stupid like that. But Christmas is an example because Christmas is the one I personally experience. And again, we don't do that as much nowadays. And yes, people still exchange gifts as adults on Christmas. And you know what? For a little while as adults, we were doing that too. And, we just didn't have as much money. And we stopped doing it as much. Most of the time when we got each other gifts, it was normally something we made. Normally something a little bit on the cheaper side that was really more of a need for someone than a want. But it really wasn't about the gifts. There's a reason that those needs started becoming more of the gift. There's a reason that my sister got us tickets to The Force Awakens. It wasn't about it being The Force Awakens. It wasn't about, it was about having a good experience. It was about us being together, really. And that is the thing that people miss because they focus so much on the gifts. They focus so much on the material, and especially on Black Friday. And I think on this particular day, it's pretty important to not lose sight of things, because no matter what else is going right or wrong elsewhere, no matter what else is going wrong elsewhere, let me put it that way. No matter what else is a negative in your life, I think that thinking about where things are good and where things hopefully will be good in the future can be very uplifting, and it can motivate you to work towards that.